Okay, Crazy Frank, Half-Cock Gunsmithing, Fresno, California. Today I've got a Berretta 3901. It's a 12 gauge semi-automatic. It was, I think, a less expensive model than the 390. I know that Walmart sold them for a while. I don't think they still do, but the gun is all stripped. I want to show you how to reassemble it, and of course I could make a disassembly, but I think you can tell from this how to do it anyway. But the only thing that's not off of this gun is the magazine tube, and what you have is you have a very small spring-loaded pin right here. You push that in and it unscrews. It's a right-hand thread. Once the pin is outside, it'll pop up and then just take it out, and you screw it in until that pin touches the sleeve. Then you push it in and continue to screw it in. It'll pop into place and you're done. So, and there's a spring in there and there's a plug at the end. It's this cap, the end cap that you actually push on with the shells. Other than that, the gun is stripped. The first thing we need to put in is the bolt slide and the bolt. And I can show you that this groove right here is where the hammer would come into and strike the firing pin. Now, we're going to put the trigger group in later. Right now we just have these three pieces. This attaches to the side right here, and then you have to put this in the gun all at one time. It's not that difficult to hold these pieces together. You got the bolt slide, the bolt, and as you put it in, of course, this has to go over. Try to keep it in view, and then this goes in, and you have to pick up the slides or where the bolt goes. And if it's in correctly, it'll fall right in. This piece right here has to go into. It looks kind of like a golf tee, but it's the spring-loaded part, and it's a little bit difficult to show you here, but it's a golf tee and it's spring-loaded, and the spring is up in the stock. Once you have, this fell out, but once you have that in place, trying to keep this all in view is not that simple, but take the charging handle, and of course the curved part would go forward, and it just pushes in. And once it's in, then nothing can come out. You'll then take the barrel. Now the best way to do it, of course, is to lock it open. And the way you're going to lock it open, well, actually let's go ahead and put the trigger group in. Then you can lock the bolt open, and that makes putting the barrel in easier. Make sure it's cocked. Trigger pin, everything. When you put this in, you got this round part of your trigger group has to go into a hole in the stock, so it has to go in that way. And there's only one pin, and it can go in from either side, and it has a spring clip in the middle, so once it's in place, it can't come out. Done, it's in. Now we can pull it open and it'll stay open. Either pulling the trigger or pushing this, but pulling the trigger, which the hammer is now forward, can't show it to you, it's up inside, but this now allows the barrel to just go right on. The barrel's made, I think, in Turkey, but the gun was actually made in Maryland, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Try and keep this all in view. The barrel will go down and it seats right in here. Got to put the gas tube on. The gas piston has to go on, and that will go up into here. Now we can put the spring has to go on. This is like a pressure relief valve. the gas pressure will come out of here, and any excess this spring will allow to come out. And it's adjusted at the factory, so you don't have to worry about it. Very important to make sure that your forearm is in that groove. The nut then, a little bit of spring tension to get it started, and it just screws right on. Push the button, we'll close it. You can look inside. You can actually see the hammer hit the firing pin. It'll lock open because the trigger's been pulled, or if it was closed and the trigger's, well, the trigger's pulled again, but let's say it's not pulled, it won't lock open now. But you can push this button. It's much simpler. Just pull the trigger and it'll lock open. But it's a very simply made, I mean, nothing trick about it. They're a nice gun. You're talking brand new, $650, I think, what Walmart sold them 4 years ago, and they're just a good trap gun. You can shoot birds with it, whatever. But that's it. It's a model 3901, not the same as the 390. The spring cap on the 390, the spring is in the spring cap, and you can actually feel the spring. But this in here, the spring, you could see. But it's a Berretta 3901, not a bad gun. Got my grandson here helping me today. Maybe I can get him off the sofa to come and tell you goodbye. Anthony? Anthony? He's asleep. So anyway, we'll see you next time. Crazy Fank signing out.